He didn't walk onto the pitch to impress. He walked on to smile. While others played football with fear, Ronaldinho played like a child in the streets of Brazil, barefoot, fearless, and free. The ball obeyed him, defenders feared him, and fans around the world felt something rare, pure joy. From a poor neighborhood to the grandest stadiums on earth, his journey wasn't built on discipline alone, but on imagination. Every touch felt like music, every goal felt like magic. This is not just the story of trophies and fame. This is the story of a boy who reminded the world why football exists. Before the world knew his name, Ronaldinho was just a small boy in Porto Alegre, chasing a ball through narrow streets and dusty fields. Football wasn't a dream. It was survival, joy, and escape. His home was modest, but it was filled with music, laughter, and love for the game. His father, João, worked as a shipyard worker and played football for a local club. He was Ronaldinho's first hero. But tragedy struck early. When Ronaldinho was only 8 years old, his father passed away suddenly. The loss changed everything. The family struggled, but football became his refuge. His older brother, Assis, stepped in as a guide and protector. Watching Assis play professionally fueled Ronaldinho's belief that greatness was possible. Every street match sharpened his creativity. Every touch shaped his future. In those streets, magic was born. Long before stadium lights and roaring crowds, Ronaldinho learned football in places where rules didn't exist. On the streets and in futsal courts, space was tight. Mistakes were punished instantly, and creativity was everything. This environment didn't limit him, it freed him. Playing futsal sharpened his close control, lightning reflexes, and fearless dribbling. The ball stayed glued to his feet, moving as if it understood his intentions. He didn't just beat defenders, he entertained them. Tricks, no-look passes, and unexpected moves became natural to him. Soon, word spread. Coaches couldn't ignore the boy who played with a smile while humiliating opponents. In youth tournaments, Ronaldinho stood out, not for strength or speed, but for imagination. He saw angles others couldn't. He played football like art. It was clear now. This wasn't talent. This was something rare. The streets could no longer contain him. At just 17, Ronaldinho stepped into professional football with Grêmio. And instantly, Brazil took notice. Defenders struggled, crowds leaned forward, every touch carried unpredictability. He wasn't just winning matches, he was selling tickets. One moment changed everything. In a fierce derby against International, Ronaldinho dismantled the defense with ease, scoring unforgettable goals and announcing himself as Brazil's next superstar. European scouts were watching closely. Soon, the call came from abroad. He left home, family, and comfort to join Paris Saint-Germain. Europe was colder, stricter, and less forgiving. The joy he played with in Brazil now faced discipline, tactics, and pressure. The talent was undeniable, but the question remained. Could magic survive in Europe? When Ronaldinho arrived at FC Barcelona, the club was hurting. Trophies were gone, confidence was low, the fans needed hope, and Ronaldinho brought joy. From his very first matches, something changed. The smile returned. The football became alive again. Given freedom on the pitch, Ronaldinho became unstoppable. Elastico dribbles, no-look passes, impossible goals. Every game felt like a performance. He wasn't playing for statistics, he was playing for the crowd. Under his magic, Barcelona rose from chaos to dominance, winning La Liga titles and the UEFA Champions League. In 2005, football crowned him the best player on earth with the Ballon d'Or. That same year, something unbelievable happened. After a masterclass performance, even Real Madrid fans at the Santiago Bernabeu Stadium stood up and applauded him. That moment said everything. Ronaldinho wasn't just winning matches, he was winning hearts. This was his peak. This was football at its most beautiful. Wearing the yellow shirt of Brazil was never pressure for Ronaldinho, it was destiny. On the world's biggest stage, he didn't change who he was. He smiled, he danced, and he played football with freedom. In the 2002 FIFA World Cup, Ronaldinho became part of a legendary team that captured the world's imagination. One moment still echoes through football history. Against England, from an impossible angle, Ronaldinho sent the ball floating into the net. Part skill, part audacity, pure belief. Some called it luck. Legends called it genius. Brazil marched forward and lifted the World Cup, sealing Ronaldinho's place among the greats. He wasn't the loudest leader. He didn't shout orders. He led with creativity, confidence, and joy. Kids across the globe copied his tricks in schoolyards and streets, dreaming in yellow and green. For a moment in time, Ronaldinho wasn't just Brazil's star. He was football's heartbeat. At the top of the world, everything feels limitless. For Ronaldinho, joy had always been his fuel, but discipline was never his strength. Late nights, celebrations, and a carefree lifestyle slowly began to compete with training and focus. Football was changing, becoming faster and more demanding, while he remained loyal to freedom. When his time at Barcelona ended, the magic didn't disappear, but it faded. A move to AC Milan showed flashes of brilliance, yet consistency was gone. The smile was still there, but the spark came less often. One by one, doors closed. Expectations grew heavier. Critics grew louder. Fans wondered how someone who reached such heights could fall so quietly. But this wasn't a fall from talent. It was the cost of a life lived without limits. Ronaldinho chose joy over control, freedom over structure. And while the world debated his decline, one truth remained. Even in his darkest moments, the game still loved him. When the spotlight dimmed, Ronaldinho stepped into a quieter chapter of life. The roar of stadiums was replaced by reflection. Fame had given him everything: money, admiration, freedom, but it also exposed his weaknesses. Without football's structure, mistakes became more visible, and the world was less forgiving. There were difficult moments off the pitch. Legal troubles and personal challenges reminded fans that even legends are human. But through it all, Ronaldinho never lost his spirit. He accepted his past with a smile, not regret. Football had given him a voice, and now he used it to inspire, appearing at charity matches and events around the world. His story became more than goals and trophies. It became a lesson. Talent can take you to the top, but balance keeps you there. Discipline builds careers. Joy defines them. Ronaldinho may have stepped away from the game, but the game never stepped away from him. Long after the goals faded from highlight reels, the feeling Ronaldinho gave the world still remains. He didn't redefine football with tactics or power. He redefined it with joy. In an era driven by pressure and perfection, Ronaldinho reminded us that the game was meant to be fun. He inspired a generation to play without fear, to smile under pressure, and to express themselves without apology. From dusty streets in Brazil to the world's greatest stadiums, his journey proved that creativity belongs at the highest level. Kids didn't want to just score goals. They wanted to play like him. Ronaldinho's legacy isn't measured by trophies alone. It lives in every elastico, every no-look pass, every child laughing with a ball at their feet. Some players win games, others win history. Ronaldinho did both. Ronaldinho's story teaches us that football is more than skill. It's joy, creativity, and passion. From the streets of Porto Alegre to the brightest stadiums in the world, he showed that a smile can inspire millions, and talent paired with heart creates legends. His journey reminds us to chase dreams, embrace imperfections, and never forget why we started. If you were inspired by Ronaldinho's magic, hit like, subscribe, and share this story with fellow football lovers. Comment below legend. Let's celebrate the legend who made the beautiful game truly beautiful.